A number of years ago, we created a program called Dynamic Thinking to radically change your life. And I'm going to talk about different pieces and parts of the program that may be of interest to you right now. Maybe we can help you move to a new level of existence. Deep inner peace. This is something we focus a lot on with our program, Dynamic Thinking. And the very first step is for you to write down, I'm going to give you homework, baby, for you to write down what deep inner peace means to you, what deep inner peace looks like to you. That's the very first step. If we don't know where we're going, if we don't know what we're shooting for, we're never going to hit it, right? Number one, define what deep inner peace looks like. How would you feel? What would you be doing differently than you're doing today? New paragraph. Number two, period. Write down all of the blocks that are keeping you from having that deep inner peace. Belief systems, people that you hang out with, your job, whatever it might be that is disrupting your ability to have deep inner peace. We need to remove it, right? It's like in our philosophy of dynamic thinking, it's remove first, add second. So if we don't remove the blocks to inner peace, if we don't remove those belief systems, the thoughts that happen on a daily basis, especially with all the insanity in this world, there's no way that we can move to a new level of deeper inner peace. That's two. Number three, we need to create the tools necessary for deep inner peace. Now, I'll tell you what I say on almost every video. One of the key ones is to get off of the news. It is almost impossible for people who watch the news on a regular basis to find that deep inner peace. Now, this is dynamic thinking because the world is not thinking this way. And the definition of dynamic thinking is thinking differently, thinking like an entrepreneur, thinking of solutions versus issues and problems. Okay, so we need to get clear about that. Next up is, who am I hanging out with that could be blocking my own sense of inner peace? We need to be able to really evaluate what we watch, what we look at, what we read, and who we hang out with, if we want that really deep inner peace. And the last phase of dynamic thinking for inner peace is, and this is going to sound intense, but it works magically, is that we want to reframe our thought process, get rid of the things. You can't have inner peace in this economy. You can't have inner peace with what's going on in Washington, D.C. You can't have inner peace with what's going on in Ukraine. You can't. So with reframing our thoughts in regards to deep inner peace, we look at these statements and we remove them from our vocabulary. If people start talking about, well, the reason that no one's making money is the economy, and you're agreeing with it, well, that's not dynamic thinking. Dynamic thinking would be, hey, the economy is slow. There isn't a lot going on. How can I be creative? See, this is dynamic thinking. Who can I contact? Could I pull 2 or 3 of my friends together to create something as a unison, as a team, versus trying to do everything on my own? See, this is dynamic thinking for deep inner peace. I have individuals that get together Wednesday night, 7 o'clock to meditate together. There's only 3 of them. And they have said this has made the biggest difference in their lives. See, they're thinking dynamically. They're thinking out of the box. So they'll sit together and meditate for 30 minutes at one of the friends' house, and then they'll get into a discussion. Always positive, always uplifting, right? And then the very, very, very last tip that I'm going to give you for deep inner peace is to be listening to audiobooks or reading books on meditation, on deep breathing, on inner peace, on everything that is not being talked about in the news today. Listen, you're not a dynamic thinker if you're tied into the news. You're not a dynamic thinker if you're tied into arguing on social media. You're not a dynamic thinker if you're trying to turn a Republican friend into a Democrat or vice versa. We're not using dynamic thinking at all. Dynamic thinking is outrageously out of the box. If you need help, we offer everyone a free 20-minute session on the phone. No matter where you live, just go to the website below, talkdavid.com or davidessel.com, and in the contact us box, send us a little email that just says, I'd like to get free 20-minute session with David to go deeper with my inner peace, or to release an addiction, or whatever your goal is. I'm here for you. 20 minutes. We can do a lot, believe it or not. And then also at the website is 5 of our top selling books, absolutely free, that could just very well help you get to that deeper level of inner peace. I'm not giving up, gang. I'm going to continue to push these videos, helping people to get sane, helping people to get back to the reality of the world. And the reality of the world is not on the news. It's not on social media. It's in your head. We can tap into it and completely change our existence. Everything is at talkdavid.com. I'm David Essel. Have a beautiful day.